What up?
Hey, welcome back to Danganronpa.
The imitation murder. What the freak is it? Why? Why? We're back.
Must have been something I seen.
We're back.
You mentioned the imitation murder scene more than once, but what is that? How about Nagito explains it to us?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen
remember
my
the movie?
masterpiece?
Very,
The
very
Wizard
vaguely.
of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
I think you're vibrating.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
Mothballs.
Yeah, that's definitely what he said.
It's supposed to be mothballs, I'm pretty sure.
I
Mothballs
don't
aren't.
eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
Something got miscommunicated there. This game's localization team is so bad. Like, Nisa did such a bad job with this game.
Intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie.
And that's it. That's where the similarities stop.
Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death.
It just drives me
matches the
crazy
lion's
that it's
death.
like, why are we not just saying the Tin Man who got sliced? She got sliced. That's
Right?
it.
Yeah.
She got sliced.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Probably to get off the island.
I mean, fair enough.
I don't want
Based
to
on
jump
what
on the
we
gun a
know,
little bit.
The reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Please tell us then. Oh, my health bar came up.
The reason the killer imitated that wasn't an accident. I read that on purpose.
The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie, I should be able to explain that right now. They like movies.
You're gonna die.
What? It's not gonna... Is it?
It's the Citizen Kuma of films. Is that what he just said?
I honestly don't know. I guess to mix up the killing order?
I see.
But who cares?
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie
Was that
to
even a
mix up the
concern in this
killing order.
trial? We just established that Hiyoko died first.
Then Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
Yeah, they all thought Ibuki hung herself, and then Hiyoko.
But they probably told Ibuki to kill Hiyoko.
No, but what they're saying is the reason that it imitates the movie is because they
the hanging
wanted.
came first.
Yeah, and they wanted the people to think that the body was killed during that 10 minutes.
To hide who would have been
Yeah.
able to... Okay,
A
gotcha.
valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What, you mean dead?
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I love him.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later.
That's great.
Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, shut up. He's incredible.
Oh,
She's
I
pretty
see.
great.
You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
People are
This
dead.
crew.
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right?
Correct.
That means when she
Which,
was
can I
still
just say, as an
alive,
English major, I
her feet were
absolutely
touching the
hate that
floor.
hanged is grammatically correct.
Oh, yeah.
I hate
What's
it.
wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still
Because it is.
standing
It's not hung
when
herself,
Hiyoko
it's
was
hanged
killed.
herself.
That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Yes, thank you. That is the third piece of evidence we have to prove that point.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to
go.
try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed.
Correct.
How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
The blood. There was blood
Because she
and
was
footprints.
doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
Climbing a stepladder.
It seems you
Yay!
suffer from a pathetic
The
delusion.
babies.
They're back!
You're one to talk.
Anyway, this continues. We're just gonna talk in circles.
That's what we're doing! We're in circles!
Trial is. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Alive. Next question. We know she was alive.
Boy, I wonder what,
Oh, what? Blood on the
which one we're gonna
soles?
use for this.
What?
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Correct.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Yes. Yes. I'll let it go.
Were there even any footprints at the crime scene?
Maybe her feet were on the floor. that she was like sitting or something. So instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
Thank you.
Weak, I say! It doesn't even pierce my heart!
Thank you, Gundam.
Nice, I like him. Okay, so let's go agree.
When Kyoko Ibuki's feet,
I am telling you to. Did you see her walk?
if her feet were up, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Nope, no
Nice.
purple?
I consent with Sonia.
What? No, that's my job. Alright, so we agree.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something.
It was me!
Squishy! That something was
We went
blood.
2 different ways with that.
Bloodstains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
And it's Hiyoko's blood.
Yes.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
I mean, from a single slice on your neck, probably not, but
If
sure.
Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still
Yeah, I don't really
standing
know how
when
it
Hyoko
works.
was mortally wounded.
I really don't think any of these are going to be instant deaths, but like Mahiru's death is instant. I mean, I
think
guess if you
Mahiru's
get hit hard
could be-
enough.
If nothing else, she was probably out instantly before her vitals were. Byakuya would not have been out instantly. He would have sat there going, oh, my stomach, oh, my stomach,
Oh, this is worse than what I ate Taco Bell last week.
4 times in one day.
One of his free time events, because we're not going to do them, one of his free time events is talking about how he's mad that there's no fast food on the island.
Nice.
And he like mentions all of the fast food chains without mentioning them. He's like the clown, the man, the colonel, and like the man with the something or another.
Iron Mask.
Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hyoko was killed.
Yes.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
It just keeps going. The game's like, alright, we're transitioning.
Isn't that
10 minutes
it?
later, he just
A
keeps
shepherd
talking.
dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
What a good saying. That's
Does
a
that
powerful
mean you
one.
have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line.
He's great. He's so good.
But are you sure you're sure?
Yes.
If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
I'm willing to take that risk.
You're so frightened you
It's just
can't
like,
even
what
make
am
a
I
sound.
dealing with here?
It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now.
Yeah.
You better entertain me to the fullest.
Oh, I will.
Now it's time for your real favorite minigame.
Oh yeah, I got this one this time though.
Yeah.
Rope piece for hanging out on, key scrap like people step ladder, smudge on the floor, baby.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hyoka? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Yeah.
Hiya!
Yaha!
Allow me to cut through those words!
I did it! That was easy.
That was pretty easy. It's like the first
The reason there
round.
was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
No.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Like, yes, I do. There was no blood left. He's like, you're right!
I did.
Yes, I
You look
do.
closely. There's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
That is good. Maybe cut this out. Is that gonna be audible?
I am unsure.
Okay.
My wife is watching television. Maybe a bit loud. It's okay.
Oh well.
when the killer tried
I'll
to
drown
hide
that with the
Hyoko's
game
body,
audio.
Drown it out by
they probably
talking.
cleaned the blood at the same time, but
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Ibuki must have already
Yeah.
stepped in it.
Stepped in it, yeah.
And the killer probably didn't
You
even
fool!
realize
But
it.
they didn't know.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
You tell me. Look, it
Even
worked
if we're
with
able to hide
Terra
Hyoko's
Terra.
body, it'd be
did,
bad if the
but-
blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's
You went into
body
trial
was
too,
left
leaning
out
towards
in the
Nekomaru.
open, and it wasn't bleeding from
And it
any
was your
open
second
wounds
guess,
at all.
Pekka.
That's true. I did notice at some point, I don't know if it was at the trial or whatever later, it flashed back to her soaking wet, and I was just like, she did it. And I don't remember what context, like what thought process that was.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Which, only the top piece really would
I know.
do that.
And it's not even, like, it's not even bloodstained.
The
Like,
bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating.
Oh, that's
So
fair.
I don't think they had to go that far. Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact. So the killer probably did not know it either.
Valid. Also, your heart would still beat for a while.
yeah.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue, so it would
That's
screw
right,
with
it was
Nikon's
hot.
autopsy?
That's
Why
right.
is it hot?
I didn't know the time of death because of the heater.
Oh, well. That's why it was
The time
on.
of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right?
Free Rico?
Then it's decided.
I do. I just want
Hyoko
to
was
object
killed
for fun.
before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Sir, this is a Wendy's. It would be so much fun to bring to the fast
Oh my
food
gosh.
place.
Oh my gosh. I will take the sacrificial lamb.
Cooked in the fires of pandemonium.
And they're like,
Can't you
what?
just shut
He's
up
like,
and back off?
Now then,
That'd be,
let
oh
us
my
resume our
gosh.
debate.
Somebody make that little animation sketch right there. little
Wait a second.
little 2-minute
There's
video.
something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
Yes, but he revealed like
a crucial
key
part,
evidence.
yeah.
So as much as I hate him, I'll allow
Hey,
it.
if the victim actually
That's what I love about
committed
Nagi.
suicide,
So everyone's just like, he sucks, he's awful, but he's like the smartest one
Good at
here.
what he does.
Like,
Hey, what's my ultimate? Have we talked about that since like chapter 1?
Nah.
Okay.
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
When you kill a killer, the number of killers stays the same. But if you kill yourself when you're the killer, then the net total of killers in the world goes down by 1. But if you've killed a lot of people, then you're an outlier and shouldn't be considered in the average for the equation. Joker, do you have some paper I can borrow?
what is this from? Is this just the Dark Knight?
You know Batman? He's
Yeah.
just like, you can't kill a killer. But I just think he just gets really into it. And he's like, but if you kill 2 killers, then your net worth as a killer goes up. But you shouldn't be counted because you're an extra. And Joker's just sitting there like,
If a killer dies of natural causes, then I guess the number of killers goes down, but then the disease is the killer.
and then you can't kill that killer. And now it's stuck being higher. Dude, are you taking notes?
Nagito, what do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean,
I forgot to do it in between
Hyoko's
episodes. I usually
What?
whisper the name
wondering
of the
if
killer
he's
into the
really-
microphone while you're not there.
You can do it now.
No,
and I'll
I won't
I'll
do
just
it
be
now.
all
I'll
loud.
do it next time we record next week.
Oh, not gonna remember.
I'll remember.
Not gonna remember.
For
I'll
example,
remember.
it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
Or because she was literally incapable of making her own decisions.
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
It's impossible to feel
She
guilt
was
after
afflicted
doing
by the
something.
despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
So are you.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right?
Oh, I mean, I was like, yeah, she could. She could have wiped up the blood and all that. And I was like, oh, she would have had to get
You know,
down,
hang.
take off the curtain.
After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive. When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
Yeah?
If she waited until
Can you get
Hajime
out
left,
of a noose? Are you
that's when
gonna-
she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
You're right. You seem to know an awful lot about this case.
If she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging.
Yeah, blood in the nurse's office usually does
Her
the trick.
body would have been defenseless
True.
in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
And anybody with half a brain would have helped her down when they
been like,
saw
"Wait,
the
wait."
hanging body.
Let's see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
Good. It's good. It's a good development.
He could have easily... Like, I could see him telling Ibuki,
Yeah.
just be like, go hang yourself in the titty typhoon. And then somebody else catches her and is like, oh, by the way, kill Hyoko first.
Oh my gosh.
And she's just like, okay.
What the heck?
Pulls out a knife. She's like, pointy.
I will say, Monokuma did make it explicitly clear that you're looking for one killer.
Yes.
During the first
He also
part.
just said Ibuki killed herself and there wouldn't be a blackened for that.
I mean, I guess, sure.
Ibuki did commit suicide. And just what was that video Hajime saw?
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
What was
According
that?
to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right?
Please talk faster.
Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps.
This
They
might be
used
part of the
hypnotism or
trials.
something?
When they all go.
When it's so obvious, but it's the point they just choose to be like, what? Why? How could this happen?
I don't know
When in
anything
reality,
about that.
the parts that are actually confusing are the parts when they're all like, oh, so
Don't say it all proud.
Hugo is dead first, right?
Yeah, they really jumped to that real quick. I forgot. They
To be
just
fair, there were 3 mini games bent on justifying
true.
it afterwards.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something.
They slashed a neck and told someone to die.
So maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi.
I mean, yes.
Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
Yep, duh.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
Well, now it's in 80 pieces, so it doesn't really matter.
Cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of...
But she's saying, could someone have recorded Ibuki climbing the ladder and then played it back?
The video Hajime saw was actually live?
At least for the first part.
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement. So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement.
I did a burp, I'm sorry.
And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before
I might just mute
Ibuki,
all that. That's gross.
Okay.
that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
What?
Oh my gosh, Mikon! Mikon, are you okay? Mikon!
She's so wide.
Wide
We
Mikon.
just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi.
Matt, no context. Put up a picture of Ball Monokuma.
Ball Monokuma?
That's all.
Alright.
Now then, I shall issue my decree.
I hope you watch this
Let
episode back.
Operation
Ball
Destroy the
Monokuma's
Weakest
legendary.
Alibi commence.
Okay, thank you. Sonia, I love the energy. I mean, A for effort, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you're an idiot.
Why?
Guns count. Because she just. Okay, Operation Solve the Alibi. We're solving a murder. This isn't a game. This isn't your crime shows.
We can exclude the sick people like
Give
me.
me a sec. Gotta check
Every time without failing.
Got it.
Shoots the bullet and goes, hold on, wait.
Right up until the Monokuma announced that morning, Miko was with Hajime the whole time afterwards. Went to the hospital, check on Ibuki, realized that Ibuki disappeared, and dressed up at the hospital. She probably met up with Fuyuhiko. Okay.
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement.
What is his account?
Fuyuhiko.
I think it's his side of the story.
Fuyuhiko met Mikon in front of the hospital. They split up in search of Ibuki. So Mikon woke up in our cottage.
Yeah.
We went to the hospital, found Fuyuhiko.
We went to the hospital together with Mikon.
Okay.
We saw the video, we left. She said Ibuki's not here. She left, ran into Fuyuhiko as she left.
And
the
then they
hospital.
split. You find out apparently Fuyuhiko and Mikon were only separated for a short time, perhaps 10 minutes.
They just established that Hiyoko was killed for. Oh, well, I guess, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Here's what I will say. This is kind of a dumb argument. I'll let you
I
run
was
through it and see if
totally
you have
sleeping
ideas,
in my
but
motel room.
Okay, so
I
that.
think everyone at the motel was doing that.
Well.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
Were you?
That's not an alibi.
I mean, it is. It's just not a good one.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease,
My evil eyes. For
if nobody has an alibi, then
Okay, that was a
what
desperate.
was your logic behind that?
I haven't shot anything yet, and I want to.
Okay.
Okay, what am I working with?
That is the whole.
Sonia's account. Frick! No!
Sonia's account was I told Hiyoko to go to the mirror.
The boot was dropped because her kimono was disheveled. Oh, that's right. That's when Sonia apparently told her about the full-length mirror in the music venue storage room. Oh, she could have set that up on purpose. I mean...
So here's what I will say right now.
Shoot, I didn't do that. Okay.
We can exclude the
You kind of have to think
Miyakane,
backwards for
right?
this a little bit.
It's not
And
this.
what about the others? If nobody has an alibi, then...
That doesn't give her an alibi. So they're trying to figure out the alibis
We can
for
exclude the sick people like
basically
Miyakane,
the
right?
time
And what about the others?
before and during the morning announcement.
Right before the morning announcement,
So it's Mikan's
I
account.
was totally sleeping in my
Yeah,
motel room.
on Sonia's statement. Okay.
A lot of people get caught up because they're like,
I was where I was supposed to.
but
Aside from those afflicted by the... If
I don't
nobody
know.
has an alibi,
a lot of people get hung up on that. But yeah,
like a booty.
because we're all talking about alibis, and you're thinking, oh, I have to prove someone. Okay, you're thinking I have to prove someone's alibi wrong, but no, you have to say someone has an alibi.
Not all of us are missing an alibi.
In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
You two have
You're
alibis?
smashing?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
That's very good delivery.
Too much info.
Shaggy's like,
That,
no.
she just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward.
What a date.
So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
Yeah. Mr. Can't make eye contact or play my guitar because I'm too guilty.
It's better if we think about it like
What a
that.
stupid name.
What?
Mr. I Can't. Yeah.
The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
Oh, that's a good point. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess the alibi matters for maybe when Ibuki died, but we don't know when Hiyoko died.
So it's inevitable that an alibi
Oh, I
for
see. Okay,
both
that is what they're
before
saying.
and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
Well, she's stretching too. Wide Sonia.
She knows.
Matt, can you put up a wide, just a real wide Sonia? Thank you.
Make it wider.
Okay.
Committing an imitation murder? Is that really all it was?
Come on, me freaking out.
She's not having a good time.
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
I guess not.
Are you saying there was another reason?
What was it?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much.
No, you don't.
He's apologizing,
She
Daniel.
doesn't care.
I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
The killer had a different reason. If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Instead of trap something. One of us. Sorry. I got hiccups all of a sudden this episode.
It's okay.
So then who is and what kind of trap is it? Is it a
I've
booby
just
trap?
now realized
Yeah.
this is the halfway point.
Oh.
This is a short trial.
Oh, good.
So here's my thought process.
Yeah.
We'll get through this, we'll get to the save prompt, and then we will stop recording, but I will splice in a little bit of the next half.
Oh, sure.
On top of this. So we're gonna read this and then change clothes.
Why, hello there, mon ami. The moss balls sure look tasty today.
Stop it!
Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls.
And here's some chance time.
Chance time. How about what? What's that?
Now then, mon ami's appeal time starts now.
Huh? Appeal time?
Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck, show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss. What?
That's 99% your fault.
While you were whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so.
That's too long. It'll just be a boring appeal.
Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way.
Then I'm Usami, magical miracle girl. Usami, I'm an itty bitty girl who's sweet like milk.
Jeez, and I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment!
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever.
I love those two.
Well, that was a great little interaction. Okay,
Alright, see
so
ya.
it's not the end of the episode, but it feels like it for us.
It's the end of our episode.
Save the game, pause the game. She's about to be all like,
I'm Monami.
thanks for watching. I'll be right back. What am I saying?
See ya. Please continue watching.
I'm gonna smash cut. Are you ready? Here we go. Wow, it definitely hasn't been like a week.
Exactly a week it hasn't been, actually.
Go, push the button.
Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness.
Oh, so yeah, do you still stand
Why
by
did
your
it turn out like this?
your theory that you had leaving last week, which was, I don't know, Fujiko probably.
Yeah, pretty much.
We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all
I'm not
bloody
gonna
instead.
do anything right now.
Yeah.
Make any extra noise.
Cool. Thank you.
I hope that got picked up really
I'm
crisply.
sure it did.
I hope it was.
No,
Chris.
this definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone,
Remember what?
do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
No problem, Monami.
No absolute problem. So we established one thing,
Yeah.
and it was that the murders happened in an order?
Backwards, yeah. Hiyoko died first.
Okay, cool. This is an odd choice you're going with.
Yeah, but it's a good one.
Okay, cool. Do it.
So if we do that.
And then I can go, ha! And it won't be too loud.
No, actually, the computer won't be, but you can
Oh,
also go,
that's fair.
ha, all you want.
Oh, it'll be louder when I go, ha!
Yeah. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence. They were just a big fan of the movie. Does something like that even exist?
It suddenly got quiet in here.
Well, Monami,
like a week straight. I don't get it.
why haven't we said
Did I
anything, guys?
confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too.
I love when he says one thing every once in a while that I agree with.
If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Well,
Yeah.
it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the
one's
first
supposed to be the
place.
expert.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already.
Wait, no, I
Shut
vote
up
to lift the
forever.
rule. For this trial only.
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right.
They all know,
It feels
because this was like
incomplete.
5 minutes ago, minimum, like maximum.
Oh,
I have
was
no
wrong.
idea what everyone's talking about.
Yeah, we are so
Because
lost.
they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did?
Oh no, it feels
That's only because
weird
of Monokuma's
to call
rule.
it an imitation murder is what they're talking
It's
about.
not just that.
Right.
Come on. Try to remember the content of the movie.
It wasn't that much.
Bear!
About the lion that got killed second.
He actually kind of looks like the plushie.
Does he?
Just a little
Oh, it's like weirdly
stubbier,
like
yeah.
long limbs or like weirdly thin
That's
neck.
the one Hiyoko's body was imitating, right?
Tooting.
Even though we're calling it an
Imitating
imitation,
typhoon.
the lion was actually tamed by arrows, right?
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Lion was pinned by arrows.
But Hiyoko's body was suspended by
Yes.
common household duct tape.
I'm glad we at least acknowledged it.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
In any other form of media, I would look at that statement and say, yeah, that checks out, I agree. Case
Well,
closed.
that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning,
Yeah.
they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
Okay.
Yeah,
But if we never
losers.
realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying, Hiyoko's murder wasn't.
Yoko's murder wasn't planned.
We're trying to get back into it.
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
Yes, that's how we do these things.
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange
Like what? Like what? Like
details,
what? Like what?
For example,
I wanna
why
know.
did Hiyoko go
Why
to
did
the
Hiyoko go to the music
venue?
venue?
I don't know, she likes titties. It's not that hard.
No.
Why did Hiyoko go to the music venue?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hiyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting.
The baby.
My four dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
I love them. Why Hyoko went to the music venue? If that's the key to all this, we're screwed! But I need to find that out, no matter the cost. Even if it costs $1.5 million! Whoa! I'm down! I'm in the red.
I probably should have told you to review the, in like the bullet points.
It's fine, I got
before
this, I got
this.
this.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Blood on the souls. The AC temperature is important.
Why did Hyoko?
For why Kyoko went to the music venue.
Yeah?
There's no way we'd know that.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
Whoops.
If that's not
How do
it,
I... There we go.
maybe she got abducted by the killer.
The killer's an alien!
No, maybe.
It's Sonia!
She went of her own free will.
She went of her own free will. Yeah, she probably did.
She was guided by the will causality.
Yeah. Can I agree with Gundam? Need to find out why Hyoko went to the music venue. I'm gonna give it a shot. Whoops.
Go to the music. There's no way we could.
Maybe
What's
the
your
killer
logic
summoned
behind
her.
this?
If that's not it,
maybe
she got abducted
she
by the
wanted
killer.
to turn the air down.
No, maybe.
In
She
the
went of
music
her own
venue?
free
Yes.
Okay. Well, I will tell you, because I'm trying to be more helpful, you are shooting at the right thing.
Oh.
Crap.
I
That's
mean,
not the right bullet.
that's not that hard to
Why
deduce.
did Hyoko?
That's the movie.
Blood on the soul.
That's Ibuki's feet.
Yeah, motel room key.
That was Hyoko's
Know
key.
that.
Grab a thick paper was the
Maybe the
Wallpaper,
killer summoned
yeah.
her.
music venue curtain.
If that's not it,
Music venue curtain.
maybe she got abducted.
No, maybe.
Probably once
She went of
review
her own free will.
evidence. Or you could just,
I'm
just bang your head against the wall till something works.
I got 3 left.
You got 4 left. There's
surveillance
5 of-
camera.
Oh, you got like 6 left, Daniel.
What the heck? They didn't even show me all of them at once.
Yeah, because there's only 5.
Room key.
Maybe
Room
the
key.
killer
Do you
summoned
remember where her room
Maybe she
key
got-
was?
Yeah, it was in her clothes that she
She
couldn't
went of
tie.
her own free
Did.
will.
Bam! I knew it! First try, Sonia.
Wow, that was amazing, Matt. Now cut it so that Daniel got it first try.
Maybe she got abducted by the killer.
The killer's an alien! That was in her clothes that she couldn't
went
tie.
of her own free
Did.
will.
Bam! I knew it! First try, Sonia.
Thank you.
Nice.
Just as Sonia said, she went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
And exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Yoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I
Right.
don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
I mean,
There's no way she got abducted?
There's no way.
The room she was staying in before she went out.
yeah, like he said.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
And no way any other human being would have been able to lock it. Because it was so far in her clothes,
Yeah,
they couldn't
there
have
you
locked
go.
it.
You
Could
remember,
have
you
locked her
remember.
door, right?
No,
Just a
no.
No, they couldn't have, dumb.
Then they
No.
couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more
Yeah.
obvious.
How about you?
Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the
I
crime scene if
am
nobody
just
finds the
curious
key.
where it goes, because I don't. Is there pockets? How does it work?
It's just like sitting there, and her thing's tied really tight, and it's just holding it in like a belt.
At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key.
It was in her
right?
mouth.
Then something like that.
I won't lose.
What's your favorite mini game?
Are you saying my gut was wrong?
Yes.
This will be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
Is this really your whole point?
No, that's not the issue.
The issue is just you're dumb and wrong.
Ah, enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
You got a squiggly!
Oh no!
And she's fangs.
And claws.
Alright, step ladder.
Candles.
Much
Not on the
before
floor
Mika's account,
becomes a
so
count.
motivated food. He gets account, Sonya's account. Oh my gosh!
Did you want to review what the accounts are?
No.
Yoko was locked
Okay.
inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted. The killer forced their way into Hyoko's room.
Don't forget you have limited
Forcibly
cuts.
abducted her.
Yeah, in the corner.
The girl is so small and weak looking. And that's
I'm
why
gonna
the
run out of
killer targeted
cuts.
her.
You're good. You did it. But yeah, there's limited
Hyoko's
cuts.
room was locked.
Yes.
The key was deep inside her kimono, remember?
Yes.
It's more likely that Hyoko locked the door herself.
Yeah. I'm so nervous.
Her was the one who locked the door.
Whoa, whoa.
So what if the key was in her kimono?
Whoa, yeah, huh.
Maybe the killer just put it there later.
I don't know what bullet. I haven't thought about my bullets at
Yeah,
all.
you could pause
There's
and
no
take a
reason for the
second if
killer
you
But
to
I
put
don't
the
know
key
what
in
they
Hyoko's
are.
kimono.
That's what I'm saying. You could look at
Probably
them.
didn't realize she even had the key.
No, I don't know what they
Hold
are.
on.
Like, I don't know which ones I have.
know. You can, yeah.
Her kimono. There's only one reason.
Well, it wasn't that one.
She fought the killer.
No.
That's the proof.
You don't
she was
slice the
abducted,
yellow
right?
ones or just go.
Well,
you're gonna have to do second round again.
Damn it!
I was overcome. She's gonna go back to the original topic.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in a kimono?
She's talking and Hajime is just like. Alright.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key
So
in
start
Hyoko's kimono.
scrolling through as soon as you
The killer
can.
probably didn't realize she
And
even
or
had
use
the
the
key.
yellow text as the time to
Hold
scroll.
on. Try remembering Hyoko's
I don't know if
You got Fuki's account.
It's probably fine. Kimono was all messed up.
You got Sonia's account.
It was
Step
the
ladder.
smudge on the
There's
floor.
only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer. That's the proof she was abducted, right? My gut is
I have
totally
no
right.
idea.
Okay, so you're gonna be slicing. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be slicing the first one. I don't remember what she says there.
Okay.
You're gonna use one of the accounts.
Dang it.
So look at the accounts.
Sonia, Fuyuhiko, and Mikan are all I
Those
have.
were the three that you had. Yes.
Okay. Thank you for telling me.
Of course. I'm trying to be helpful so that we don't sit here playing a slicing
Mikan's
game for
account.
10 minutes. You know.
Until Monokuma morning goes holding me afterward to the hospital check. If she wishes to the hospital, okay, not that one. That one
yeah.
doesn't matter at all. After we met up, I searched for Gookie, checked the movie theater, didn't find anyone for Yuko Mikon. Oh, it's probably Sonia's.
Basically the same thing.
Yoko was distraught because her kimono was disheveled, and she was unable to tie it on her own. That's when Sonia apparently pulled out a full-length mirror in the music venue storage room.
Yeah. I don't know what you're slicing it to. but-
Heaven knows I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, that's why I was like, review.
There's only one
Whoops.
reason her kimono would be that messed
It might
up.
be the second
She
one.
fought the killer.
Oh, it was the second one.
Through those words.
Allow me to cut through those words. Stop right there, old
The
missy.
reason Hyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly
Also,
wear
this episode could end at any moment. We're not going to do outros, so just be aware.
Could be right now.
Could be, or it isn't.
Yeah.
It's going to come right
It's
back
also the
in
reason why
if
she
it is.
decided to go out on her own.
Kyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her
Cuts to
room.
Mikan. Maybe you should have just gotten naked.
That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue.
sink,
And I suggested
Is
that
there?
she use
There
it.
was, you got one.
Dope.
Remember, you got
the boy.
You got japed out of the
Yes, I got it.
Monokuma.
I'm suing. I'm gonna sue June Soft over here.
The reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah. She went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
Which seems a little much.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Okay. I mean,
Now's your chance. Make her
Why,
admit
though?
defeat.
You know?
Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
Akane, I'm gonna need you to, oh gosh. Like, come on, Hajime, you can do it. Can you do the worm? He's like, what? Hajime.
Then,
No.
the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hyoka would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
She was just gonna walk. It was gonna be like 2 minutes. What do you mean when she would arrive?
Don't go doubting Miss
It
Sonia,
was the
you
middle of the
cretin.
night.
I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Don't you freaking dare.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake.
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course.
Thank you, guys.
I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict
Anyway, it
get
never
killed in
gets
the
old.
music venue.
Just when they just go.
God,
anyway.
okay, well.
The only
Even
thing
the
I can
music
think
is like
of
instant, like.
It was an unfortunate
It's like, we get
coincidence.
it. You want the trial?
Coincidence?
Give it the trial.
When she
Whoa!
went to the venue by herself,
The gray man's ripped.
she was probably
Dude, he
just
got ripped.
unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki.
Preparing. I just had to go ask her. You would have been in the hospital.
But they established that this happened in the first half. They established that Hyoko's blood.
Killer's in there preparing, just like hyping himself up.
Hyoko's blood was on Ibuki's soles of her shoes.
Okay, gotcha.
The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head.
We'll talk about this a
And
little bit
without
at the end of the
hesitation.
trial. There is a lot of glaring plot holes in this trial that people don't really let people talk about, but like.
Oh, that's not the right color.
That's true.
It's too red.
Because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's what she
That's
does.
the reason they
And then he
imitated
goes,
the movie to falsify the murder
sequence.
sequence.
Fist in my mouth.
No, this reminds me of when I went to go feed Nagito.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do?
Kill Ibuki.
They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a
The
plan.
plan was to go over and be like, Ibuki, hang.
Ibuki.
Do you have any ideas?
She did it! She's guilty!
Damn, you don't know the most important part.
The killer's plan from the beginning. I'm pretty sure we're very, very close.
Yeah?
Oh, my mouth is closed now.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?